Today's lesson is about ecological relationships. Today's date is September 1st, 2020, and today is the 5th lesson of our 9th unit. The objective of today's lesson is to identify and describe various relationships in ecosystems by analyzing different documents. And the essential question, how do biotic factors interact in ecosystems? So today, we're thinking exclusively about how living organisms interact with one another in their environment. There are different types of relationships that define these interactions, and many of them will be familiar to you. You just may not have ever thought about what the name of those interactions is or are. So please do make sure that you're writing down the title of the lesson, as well as the date and the fact that it is the 5th day or the 5th lesson of our 9th unit. Okay. So in general, we can classify ecological interactions between biotic factors in two major ways. The first classification is considered symbiotic relationships. We define symbiotic relationships as any type of close, long-term interaction between two biological species. The second classification is feeding relationships, in which organisms transfer energy by eating other organisms or by being eaten. So in general, I'm sure you all can already think of a number of relationships that are, or it could be classified as one of these two. If you've ever had a pet, typically your relationship with that pet is symbiotic, because hopefully you are not eating that pet. But if you are a carnivore or an omnivore, so you're eating meat, then you also have a feeding relationship with any number of organisms. And then even vegetarians have a feeding relationship, or vegans have a feeding relationship with plants and vegetables and fruits. But of course, as with many things in biology, we further subdivide or subclassify these categories. So there are different types of symbiotic relationships. The first one that we discuss is considered mutualism. Mutualism results when both organisms benefit from an interaction. So there are mutual benefits. So please make sure that you are writing down these definitions, as they will come up in your asynchronous assignment for the day. For example, we might see mutualism existing between the relationship, or between an oxpecker and a zebra. So an oxpecker is a type of bird, and it lands on a zebra to feed on the parasites that live in the zebra's coat. This benefits the oxpecker because the oxpecker is getting vital nutrients from whatever it's eating from the coat. And it also benefits the zebra because this provides pest control for them. These insects or these parasites might be harmful to the zebra and the zebra's skin. So to have the oxpecker eat them provides the zebra with a benefit. So both organisms are benefiting. We can think about birds that feed on the food that live or that exists in an alligator's teeth. So the bird is, again, getting the nutrients that it needs, and the alligator is getting a cleansing, a mouth cleansing. Another type of symbiotic relationship, parasitism. Only one of the organism is going to benefit, and that organism will be the parasite. The other organism suffers. The other organism that suffers would be considered the host. So lice in human hair, the lice benefit because, again, they are provided with shelter, they're provided with an ecosystem, and they're provided with nutrients. But of course, the human does not benefit because the lice can be extremely itchy. They can cause hair loss. They can cause inflammation of the scalp. Not great. Tapeworms. Tapeworms benefit because they eat the food that the host organism is consuming. Unfortunately, the host organism is not able to digest the food that it consumes because the tapeworms are eating all of it. The tapeworm gets bigger and bigger and bigger and keeps reproducing, while the host gets smaller and smaller because they're not actually, regardless of how much they eat, a lot of it is not actually being digested and not useful. Go ahead, Ayana.
I was going to say, how do you even get tapeworms in your body?
Oftentimes, they come from contaminated water sources. So they like to lay their eggs in stagnant, uh, relatively warm water. And in many places around the world, if you are drinking from those water sources, you're drinking their eggs as well. And once those eggs hatch and the tapeworms grow, it can become a pretty big problem.
Man, you want to hear this crazy story?
Go ahead.
Literally last week, right? My dog was outside. And I see him trying to go to the bathroom. I just saw like spaghetti coming straight out. Like that's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So we look, we see that it's tapeworm. So I had to go grab a glove, and while he pushing, I had to slowly take him out, and it was just gross. And like when they hit the floor, they're just all squirming around.
Yeah, this is what they don't tell you about dog ownership.
Like he's healthy now, but that just nasty.
Yeah, sounds pretty nasty. But yeah, dogs. This is a big problem with household dogs because they like to put their noses and lick things that they should not be licking or they shouldn't be anywhere near. So this can be a big problem. So if you're ever out for a walk with your dog and they have their nose down somewhere for too long, you might want to yank them away, and definitely don't let them drink from puddles outside. Not a good idea. But thank you for that enlightening story, Joseph, even though it was pretty disgusting.
No problem.
I'm glad your dog is okay.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
don't also some people, because I've heard stories, don't some people like drink tapeworm eggs like on purpose to lose weight?
Yes, and that was definitely at one point a more common practice. Some people even would consume them intentionally, not only for weight loss, but because they felt that they were like a cleansing mechanism for the body. So if you drink these tapeworms or if you consume these tapeworms, then they'll clean out your body and you'll feel much better, which of course is that's a very dangerous thing to do because extracting the tapeworm is not always an easy thing. Some of the tapeworms don't move in the correct direction. They move away from, they move up towards your mouth instead of back towards your anus. And so they will just continue to grow and grow and grow until they can eventually, you're no longer digesting any of the food that you're eating. It's all going towards feeding the tapeworms. So it's a dangerous game to play. and the water too. People who, it's not just food, but it's also water, which we of course need to live. So many people who have tapeworms don't really realize it until they are extremely dehydrated and they can't, no matter how much fluid they intake, it's not making a difference. Well, that's because the tapeworms are drinking.
So if you don't eat anything or drink anything, will the tapeworm shrivel up and die?
Eventually, yeah. That's also, but it's probably best that you have either some type of colonic that can help you to pass the tapeworm naturally, or some type of surgery to remove the tapeworm. Because if you are starving and if you're starving yourself of water and food for long enough to kill the tapeworm, then it's probably also long enough to kill you. So yeah, dangerous stuff. Commensalism is another type of symbiotic relationship. Commensalism takes place when one organism is benefiting and the other one is unaffected, meaning there's neither a positive or a negative done. So we can see in the, what are these called again? What is this called? Antler. Yes, we can see in the antler of whatever species this is that there is what looks to be a pretty active spider web. The larger mammal doesn't appear to be bothered by it at all. But of course, the spider is provided with not only a home, but also a means of catching prey. So commensalism, one organism benefits, the other is totally unaffected. So here's another way of looking at it. Commensalism, one organism benefits, the other is unaffected. Parasitism, one organism benefits, the other is harmed. And mutualism, both organisms are benefiting. All right, in feeding relationships, the primary relationship is predator and prey. The predator hunts and kills prey for food. This looks pretty fake. Let's look at this.
There are different kinds of predators in the wild. And all of them are equipped with the powerful capabilities that they use in bringing down their prey. Some of them hunt alone, and some of them hunt as a group. So, which one is the strongest? You will not believe what you see in this video. Top 10 strongest predators in the wild. Number 1. Tiger. The tiger is the most powerful predator that lives on land. The tiger is the largest extant cat species. It is an apex predator, primarily preying on ungulates such as deer and wild boar. Tigers are patient hunters and can move slowly and quietly, stalking their prey for 20 minutes. A tiger's large canine teeth and powerful jaws are used to grab a prey animal by the neck and suffocate it. Also, the tiger has been seen to beat a lion in most battles. Number 2. Lion. The lion is the second largest cat in the world. They live in groups called prides of around 30 lions. The lion can attack all other predators without fear. The king of the jungle we all know is not actually a lion. The lion doesn't live in the jungle, it lives in the great savanna. They are also extremely protective of their young, and whoever approaches their cubs is in extreme danger. Lions are very strong in herding, and this is the strongest herd in the world. Number 3. Jaguar. Jaguars are the only big cat in the America, and the third biggest in the world after tigers and lions. They look like leopards, which live in Africa and Asia. The jaguar is not typically an aggressive animal, but when it becomes aggressive, it's with explosive force. It's an ambush predator. It can attack very quickly and with great force. Number 4. Leopard. Leopards are perhaps the most aggressive of all big cats. The fact that they have to live alongside bigger cousins like lions and tigers itself evolves them to be quite aggressive. The leopard is a graceful, powerful and cunning big cat, closely related to lions, jaguars and tigers. The leopard lives alone and hunts mostly at night. Number 5. Crocodile. Nile and saltwater crocodiles are the most dangerous. Crocodiles have powerful jaws with many conical teeth and short legs. The bite power of crocodiles can reach up to 4,000 psi. A crocodile is a large amphibious reptile. It lives mostly in large tropical rivers, where it is an ambush predator. They can ambush lions and easily kill them. They are at the top of the food chain and are very difficult to hunt. Number 6. Hyena. Hyenas are noted as scavengers, but most are also effective hunters. Hyenas are very social and live in groups called clans. Clans can have up to 8 members. Not only are spotted hyena females larger, they are also more aggressive and are dominant in their clans. A herd of hyenas is so strong that it can even kill lions. Hyenas have incredible biting power, and a hyena can bite at 1,100 psi. Number 7. Cougar.
Whoa!
Cougars, they are one of the most adaptable big cats in the Western Hemisphere. They are highly intelligent and elusive animals who primarily eat deer and avoid humans. Cougars are often aggressive animals and rarely attack humans. Skilled and cunning hunters, cougars stay hidden from their prey until they can pounce with claws outstretched. Number 8. Cheetah. cheetah is the fastest running mammal in the world. Cheetahs can run up to 70 miles per hour, but usually only chase their prey at about half that speed. Cheetah is also one of the strongest predators. Thanks to its agility and speed, almost other predators cannot approach them. When we look at it in terms of size and mass, it is smaller than lion and tiger and cannot cope with them. Number 9. Wolf. Wolves live and hunt in pack of around 6 to 10 animals. They are known to roam large distances, perhaps 12 miles in a single day. Packs of wolves have endless energy, and they never let go of their prey. Wolves communicate very well in the pack and hunt very tactical. And number 10. Wild dogs. The wild dog is one of the world's most endangered mammals. Wild dogs are social and gather in packs of around 10 members, but some packs number more than 40. African wild dogs prefer to stay as far away from humans as possible. If they do encounter humans, they would only attack if cornered. Thanks for watching. I'm Blondie Fox.
All right, so some pretty powerful animals there. So I'm not going to say too much about this graph because this does come up in your asynchronous assignment for the day, but I did want you all to take a look at this and start to develop some thoughts about what you're seeing. So on the y-axis, we have population size. On the x-axis, per usual, we have time. So what we're seeing is that as time goes on, the population size of both the prey and the predator are increasing and decreasing in regular intervals. So there's some type of cyclical nature to the relationship between the predator and the prey. So I want you guys to think about what's happening here. You don't need to say it now. Again, it is in your asynchronous. There's a question about this in your asynchronous assignment where you can explain what your theory or your hypothesis is. But just start to develop some thoughts about why you're seeing this cyclical nature to the rise and fall of both predator and prey populations. Another type of feeding relationship that is less common, fewer organisms are engaged in this type of feeding relationship, is scavenging. So a scavenger is an organism that eats the remains of an animal after another animal has already killed it.
It looks like he's quite badly injured. From it looks like the size of that injury, it looks like he tangled with another big elephant, and it looks like a tusk puncture. Something's pulled out a lot of his insides. So this is quite a serious injury, and that's why he was probably trying to rest his head up on that tree. Okay, so shame, boy. Now we can't really see what's going on the other side. A lot of you were wondering, would other elephants come around to inspect the carcass? And indeed they are. Now, it's a young elephant bull, probably I'd say between 25 and 30 years old. That was killed by a much bigger bull, probably around 40 years old. The big bull was in a must. Must is a heightened hormonal stage that African bull elephants have when they are wanting to mate. So they've got lots of testosterone, and they can be quite unpredictable and aggressive when they are in that state. A massive carcass like this will produce a huge amount of food for vultures, for elephants, for lions, for hyenas. Oh, he just popped the stomach. He just popped the stomach. Here we go. Oh, so this is not for sensitive viewers. Beware, be warned. This hyena has just popped open the elephant's stomach that's been filling with a gas throughout the day. So now the smell is well and truly out. Have you had enough now? Are you full, hyena? And now you'll watch the vultures immediately take that gap. Now, for this many vultures, it's a very small gap. Look at them clambering over each other to try and get in there. Last little flurry. Oh, someone just pushed all the way out. Hyenas coming back, might chase them.
Making way, making room for the hyena. Wanting to jump on top.
It's the vulture army, and that hyena is giving up the battle with the vultures. Now just look at them descend. Oh, these sounds amazing. Be the last of the real proper meat, and then there'll just be little bits around, and you'll find the vultures will feed a little bit. They'll kind of eat as they go, and you'll find the hyenas will kind of come in and out as they have been over the course of the sort of last few days. But we're going to get a situation now where we're going to get very little in the way of lions or leopard. I doubt either one of them are going to come into this area. It's still a lot of kind of bones here, and smell, but there really isn't much for lions or leopard. This carcass is a bit rotten for both of them. I don't think they would really be interested. But you can see the power that hyenas possess. It really is amazing. looks like he's quite badly injured.
All right. So I like that they point out all the ways that, even though that might be sad, it is an extremely important process for the surrounding ecosystem, for the surrounding environment. What they only mentioned briefly is that there's an entire other class of organisms called decomposers that are going to aid in the decomposition of the carcass. And what that means is that they will be doing some feeding of their own, but they're also returning some of the nutrients that were once a part of the elephant's body to the soil. And so if that time lapse had perhaps been there for a year or so, we may have seen some plant species start to arise, or maybe some fungal species start to arise from where the carcass once was, as the nutrients that were once a part of the elephant then become useful as new plants grow. So it's an extremely important part of the overall life cycle, the overall food chain. And then we also have to define the different types of feeding that take place. Carnivores eat only animals. Herbivores eat only plants. Omnivores eat both plants and animals. And then decomposers eat dead and decaying matter. Okay. This is the last thing. Yep. So we'll quickly play this Quizlet, and then I'll give you guys, you will have time, of course, to do the asynchronous assignment. Let's do Quizlet live. Okay, wow, that was quite loud. But I just sent the link to join the game to the chat. You can also see that if you go to www.quizlet.live and enter the game code 122-921, you'll be able to join that way. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Castro, for being quick to join. All right, we've got 8 people. However, there are 13 of us in the chat or in the live class. So I'd like to see more people joining. Let's at least get to 10. I'm missing Adrian. I'm missing Angel. I'm missing Dante. I'm missing Joseph. And I'm missing Omari. Oh, no, there's Omari. There's Gabby. All right,
I
so,
am in.
yeah, sorry about that. Oh, you're JoJo. Okay. All right, we've got 10. I'm going to go ahead and start the game now. All right, so you see your teams. Oh, is this going to work? I don't know how this is going to work considering you all can't talk, but we'll try it. We'll try it. All right, looks like Olivia's gone. Excuse me. Okay, so if you see your term come up on the screen, then you need to answer it. But you might not always have the correct answer. One of your teammates might have it. It's a little awkward because we're not in person. Okay, this is not really working quite well. I see your message, Olivia. I apologize. I didn't realize that was going to happen.
Mr.
Yes,
Rudd,
Ayana?
on my screen, it doesn't have any of the right answers.
Right, that's because one of your teammates has the right answer.
Oh,
So you won't always have the right answer. You've got to kind of rely on your teammate to know that they have it.
okay.
Ooh, the unicorns. Uh-oh. Somebody got one wrong. The other thing about this is I can't see what you guys are seeing. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I can't see exactly who's in what team. Okay, so Stephanie and Castro are team reindeer. Thank you for the encouragement, Kiki. It looks like the unicorns, we need you to get 4 more.
Who's on the sea turtle?
Me, I'm on sea turtles.
Cause we're waiting for somebody. I don't know if anybody has an answer though.
Yeah, I don't have the right answer, so I can't choose it.
I don't either.
So somebody on sea turtles needs to wake up.
It's not me or Kiesans. We don't have it.
Okay.
Because I only have one left, and
I don't know if I have it.
I have deforestation left. That's it, and that's not deforestation.
Dante doesn't know if he has it either. We should have done the individual. Oops, did that end the game? Okay, I apologize if that ended the game. Let's do individuals.
The game's still going on.
Oh, it's still going on? Okay. try that one. Let's try that. The new link that I just sent.
I think we're done.
Who would win? Did one of the teams win?
Unicorns.
Ah, okay, good. Okay, let's just do it with 8 people. It's just individual. You might have the opportunity to join during the game, but we'll see. This one should be quick.
That was fast.
That was fast. Good job, Gabby. Okay, we've got 12 minutes. That actually might be enough time for you all to do the asynchronous assignment. Which is called U9D5. It's right under the warm-up for the day, relationships and ecosystems. If anyone has any questions about those personal progress reports that I sent out to you all a couple of days ago on Sunday, please let me know.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for the Unit 9, are we just going to take the final exam, or is there still going to be a separate Unit 9 test?
There is still going to be a separate Unit 9 test.
Oh.
That's a good thing, because that means that it's going to, you have an opportunity to boost your grade.
Don't grades close this week?
No,
Next week?
grades don't close for another few weeks.
Really? Because my teacher keeps saying it closes next week.
No, they close on the 21st, I believe.
Oh.
It will be either the 21st or the 22nd.
My teacher's very unhelpful then. Thanks for telling me that.
You are welcome. Okay, before we go, folks, were there any questions about the asynchronous assignment for the day? Did anybody have any questions about that?
Yeah, about the last part, were we supposed to use oh wait. Like about the last part, does each of the words only go in the box one time, or does some of the words go in the box 2 times, like 1 or 2 of the words?
Oh, I believe they're all used once, but let me check. How many words are there in the word bank?
I see 7.
There are 9 words. I think they're all used just once.
1, 2, 3. Oh, oops, I miscounted. I didn't see that word at the end. Okay, thank you.
You are welcome, and it is now 11:35, so you all are good to go. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Please do make sure that you are starting to catch up if you know you have a number of missing assignments. I will be updating grades over the next few days. So please just be patient with me, but also make sure that you are working hard and doing everything that you need to do. Don't wait for me to upload. Do everything that you need to do to be in a good place.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.